I'd like to call to order the Common Council meeting for April 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Attendance roll call.
Alderpersons Wolf.
Here.
Hamel.
Here.
Decker.
Here.
Schwer.
Here.
Schrader.
Here.
Kabaki.
Here.
Madden.
Here.
We have a quorum present.
Thank you. Statement of public notice.
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law on Friday, April 4th, 2025.
Thank you. Public comment. We have no forms. Communications from the mayor's office. Congratulations to two of my aldermen that are having retirement soon. You'll both be missed. You guys did a great contribution to your community. You should be honored for the service that you did. And we will be honoring you if you guys can come back that last meeting in April. We'll have a resolution to formally recognize you, but I did want to say thank you for your service and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
Consent agenda. Approval of the Common Council minutes from March 25th, 2025. Voucher approvals and Resolution 018-2025, approval of a clinical education agreement between the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System on behalf of the University of Wisconsin La Crosse and the City of Muskego for the purposes of enlisting a summer intern for the Recreation Department.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. There is no new business, unfinished business. Ordinance 1502, an ordinance to amend the zoning map RM2 to RS2 Oak Ridge Glen, second reading.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none. Can we do a voice on a rezone, or do we have to do
You need I don't think you need it's just,
Okay.
we just do
a voice vote? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. First reading of ordinance and second reading if rules are waived. Ordinance 1403, an ordinance to amend Chapter 290 of the Municipal Code of the City of Muskego.
It's 15.
I'm
It's
sorry,
1503.
I apologize. 1503. Let me start back in here. Chapter 290 of the Municipal Code of the City of Muskego for sewers. Any questions? This is to codify the letters that go out for businesses filling out their rec charges. We had talked about this in committee a whole while back. So we want to get an ordinance on the books to incentivize businesses that are ignoring us and not filling out the form. So it's really to get compliance, not so much to be penalized, but we need to have some kind of motivation, which we don't have now.
So what does happen if they don't fill the form out?
We'll send a letter or two, then we will threaten with citations. And eventually, I would assume, once you go to the citation route, they would fill it out. If they fill it out, we typically either drop the citation or just do a one-day penalty on it.
Right. If they come to court, the normal procedure would be to get them to fill it out. We're just looking for compliance. If they can comply, we normally hit them with a one-day fine. The one-day fine is $124.
Do we have a lot of non-compliance?
More than I want. Some of them, eventually we get them all. The problem is it can take up to a year of constant letters and calls. And I mean, when Renee was here, she would literally show up at their doorstep to get them to fill it out. We shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
Have we gotten a lot of them to pay that we had on that list? Have we gotten
I don't know. I know
some good?
the invoices all went out about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'd have to check with Colleen.
Yeah, I can follow up and get you
Okay.
a response on where we're at.
Because I know some were pretty hefty on that list,
Yeah.
but, okay.
No, they were.
Yeah, Colleen would be able to tell us. I just don't know.
I can get you a report on that.
Okay.
Unless, no, Scott's not here, so.
So this amendment gives us a little bit more enforcement teeth, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I say, it's fair in the end because technically if I tried a case, it would be 124 times however many days they're in violation. We're just looking for compliance, and if they don't comply for coming to court and everything, it's a one-day fine, which is 124.
And they get plenty of opportunities before they would even get to that. Right now we have nothing to do, so. Anything else comes up or any questions between now and the second reading, please reach out to myself or staff and we can get you whatever information you need. Review of committee reports. In front of you, you have the committee, the Finance Committee meeting minutes from March 11th. There is no city officials reports. Communications miscellaneous business is authorized by law. Any updates from any of the liaisons? Nope. Seeing none. Motion, can the clerk read the motion to close session?
Following conclusion of consideration of the above portion of its regularly scheduled agenda, the Common Council will meet to vote on a motion to convene a closed session for discussion action relative to the proposed sale of a strip of city-owned land situated on Lake Access Parcel Number 8 on Little Muskego Lake and the employment performance of public employees, and to take such further action as may be appropriate with respect to such matters. A closed session for the above purpose is authorized pursuant to the provisions of WISSTAT 19.85 sub 1 sub E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, and WISSTAT 19.85 sub 1 sub C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. Upon conclusion of the closed session, the Common Council will reconvene in open session to consider its public agenda, including motions to recommend approval or rejection of the above listed deliberations or any of the public agenda items that have not been acted upon.
Thank you. Motion, I need a motion and a second.
Motion to go into closed session.
Second.
Roll call vote.
I'd like to discuss some of this.
Well,
You don't know if you're going in yet, so.
yeah, okay.
But you can do it that way. Otherwise, you can take the motion and then discuss.
So I have a first and a second.
I have a first and a second.
All right, go ahead.
As I read this, it appears to me that there's only clarity of one topic that we're discussing.
I can be real clear. We're talking about purchasing property or selling property and two employment matters.
And what?
Two employment matters.
Two employment matters?
Yeah. I'm not going to get any further into detail. You'll have to go into closed session for that, but those are the three topics.
Understood. The last two issues seem to be worded very, very vaguely, and I have a problem with that.
Noted.
Yeah, I may, it does not seem like they're properly noticed here. If this is involving employees,
No, they are.
will you have to state the position or,
No, you don't.
yeah, you do. You have to
And
properly notice this.
What law school did you get that from?
I don't know, we have an attorney sitting right here. I don't believe this is properly. Doesn't a person who you may be talking about have the opportunity to speak at the end of the meeting?
No.
No, not on, and employment matters are handled differently than other closed sessions. Employment matters, there'd be no reason to list anybody's name or anything because.
Well, I'm not asking for a name, but you have
You
to,
don't want to degrade anybody, so.
but the position has to be listed.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you don't list the names.
The position, I said. The position should be listed. This is not properly noticed.
Okay, well, then you'd vote it down, obviously.
Well, I got a question, and I believe we probably need clarity on this, because if we go into session and it's not properly worded, then we can be held liable, I believe.
I believe it's properly worded.
But there's a question in doubt, right? So
Yeah,
I don't want to vote
so-
on
You have an
something.
option of voting no and not
Right.
going into
But-
closed session.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't want to, but if I go in closed session, I'll have to vote on something, and if it's not,
No, you
I
can,
don't want to be held, I think we need clarification.
Yeah,
That's
why not
my
just
opinion. I
postpone
don't
it?
know.
no.
Whatever
not-
it is.
We're going to take a vote on this, and there's no reason not to. We have 3 items that we need to talk about. It is clear, I mean, this is how we have always worded anything.
I'm just
correct?
saying that there's a question in doubt.
Yeah,
That's
there's
all.
3 people
Well, we have a-
questioning it.
Well, I don't care if we have 3, I'm just explaining it.
Yeah.
So
Are you an attorney?
I have one that happens to be sitting next to me that drafted it.
And my advice is it's properly noticed. That's my advice to you. You don't have to listen to that. You can vote it down, but I'm telling you it's properly noticed.
It's very vague. I don't believe it's properly noticed.
Then that's your opinion, then vote it down.
That's probably the opinion of somebody telling you that doesn't really know what she's talking about, but,
Who might you be referring to?
The lady in the back with the blue shirt on,
Who's that?
former Mayor Chevron.
Let's just take a vote. If it fails, it fails.
Well,
If
an
it goes,
ex-mayor
it
would
goes.
know.
You would hope, but clearly not.
So let's
Yeah,
take
this
the
should
vote.
go to a labor attorney.
Not take
All right.
people from there.
A roll call vote.
Alderpersons Wolf,
No.
Hamel,
Yes.
Decker,
No.
Schwer,
Yes.
Schrader,
No.
Kabaki,
Yes.
Madden.
Yes.
4
We are in
yeses.
closed session. We will be coming out of closed session for only the purposes of adjournment. Have a good night, everyone.